We all have some ideas about what a work fragrance is, but I want to rethink some of those things just a little bit. Let's exercise our noses, shall we? Caller ID. So I want to debunk some myths that we have about work fragrances, potentially. I also want to broaden your view as to what is a work-appropriate fragrance. But above all, I want to empower you with the principles to be able to choose for yourself how you want to smell at work and why. So misconceptions, many though there may be, they boil down to three: that they are people-pleasing, that they are generic, and that they are quiet. Now, that first one, you could take the most people-pleasing fragrance in the world, and there will be someone out there who doesn't like it. So not everything you wear to work, everyone will like, even if you think that fragrance is going to be something that everyone likes, because it won't be. And generic. Oh, I hate this word. What is generic anyway? You could ask 10 different people what generic is, and generic will be something different to all 10 of them. I think repetitive would be the better word to use here, because people do buy the same handful of scents that people smell all the time, and those smells from that handful of selected fragrances do get repetitive at times, especially in the office. Now, a quiet work fragrance is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not a matter of loud or quiet. Rather, it is a matter of how loud the fragrance needs to be for where you're working. So we'll unpack that a little more as we go along. Because yes, a quiet fragrance is important, but something that lasts throughout your workday is equally as important. Here are some common themes of work fragrances. We've got citrusy, we've got fresh fougere, we've got sporty, we've got laid back, and some of these fragrances in these scent profiles can give off the generic vibes. If you're older, you may gravitate toward less sweet, less mass appealing kinds of scents. And that's good, but the common themes of work fragrances that I think are especially important to zero in on here: something that smells good year round, and something that you could put on nearly every day, or something that you put on regularly enough that you don't get sick of it. And more than anything, you want whatever fragrance you put on and wear to work to make you feel the part, to make you feel professional, to help you to rise to the occasion. That is the most important mark of a work fragrance. Now, what could and should a work fragrance be? Well, as we just talked about, having something that's year-round, that works for you on a regular basis is important, yes. It should be something that gives you confidence. A work fragrance could be something that boosts your image, that respectable image that you want to carry across in the workplace. It should not be something that you try to garner attention with. Your workplace is not the place to show out with a loud, clubby kind of fragrance. It should enhance your qualities as an employee, and it should not be a crutch upon which you lean to gain better social standing. That can overpower your environment, that can distract the people around you. That could actually damage your image and do opposite to what you think that strong fragrance is doing. And maybe you have a scent that you don't wear all the time to work, something that is a little more noticeable, but maybe it's something you reserve for important days at work, such as a big meeting or a presentation. And maybe you want something that can bring out the dog in you. You want something a little stronger that can help you to rise to that occasion. It should be a complement to your work ethic, not a crutch. So how do you choose the perfect work scent? Now, this answer looks different for everybody, because the first question you've got to ask yourself is, what line of work am I in? Because the perfect work scent for, say, a high school teacher is going to look drastically different from the work fragrance for a sewer sanitation inspector? How close quarters are you going to be in? What is the proximity to people? How many people are you going to see in a given day? What does the environment around you already smell like? Is there good ventilation? Is there poor ventilation? Do you move around a lot? Are you sitting down most of the time? And then equally as important as that checklist is this. What can you stand wearing all day? What could you show up to the office or to the classroom or to the sewer or to wherever you work? And what can you tolerate wearing on a regular basis? The clearer your answers are to those questions, the better time you'll have selecting your perfect work fragrance. And if you need recommendations, I've got 2 reviews right here of scents that I think would make fantastic sense in the workplace. Check them out there.